When you find out that he is cheated, this can be one of the most traumatizing days of your life. Our research has shown that significant impact on women whose husbands cheated. It might be just a significant other, just as painful, but the research was with wives. Realize at the moment that when you are cheated on, your world has changed. That's today's topic. Now, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do. We have lots of information and more coming. Ask your questions. You see the box there, either now or later. Ask your question. We get back to you as soon as we possibly can, but stay tuned. The moment you find out he has or he is cheating, your life is different. You could be different. It's often not just that he's cheated, it's that he has a secret life. He lied to you on lots of occasions. You feel like he didn't fully trust you or he wasn't fully being honest. Feeling violated, confused, betrayed, you feel all those and so much more. Now realize you might be in legitimate trauma. I'm talking like the same kind of trauma if you were hit by a truck. You don't see the blood and the scars and the guts, but it's all there. You're in pain. Now hopefully you're watching this before you talk to him. However, I realize it's possible you've already talked to him and there might be some things to clean up there. But I want to talk about if you are that lady who's between finding out and having that discussion, there's some things that might be helpful. Number one, where to talk to him is really a decision you want to make. Okay, now if you walked in on him, you're going to talk about it right there and then or very shortly thereafter. However, if you have a choice, I really would recommend that you do that in a public place, a quiet public place. This will limit his ability to act like a 4-year-old, scream, blame you, throw things around or threaten you. For your own safety, it's really important because you do not know how this is going to come down. You might think he's going to protect you. He's going to take responsibility. He's going to say he's sorry. He might not. I've worked with thousands of couples over 30 years. There is no way to predict how a man is going to respond when his secret world and his real world collide. So you might want to drive there separately. Also have a potential plan to stay with a friend or a hotel or a spiritual leader in your community. Have a woman available, a therapist, spiritual leader that you can talk to on the phone as soon as you are done. You're going to want support from someone who is not involved, who is not the opposite gender, because you're going to be very vulnerable. So protect yourself, have that backup so that you feel safe going into the conversation. Now, usually the first time you confront him, he might be more honest, but know your facts. If you have facts, you have phone bills, you have emails, you have texts, have your facts, have them available if you need them, because sometimes they might want to minimize what you're trying to communicate about this affair or sexual encounter that you've been made aware of. What do you want to know? Well, there are some things that you want to know. When did this start? Maybe how many people's been involved over the course of your relationship? How much time has been committed to this? Has he ever tried to stop these relationships or relationship? Okay, now I strongly suggest you avoid details for your own protection. I have a video called Triggered because so many women want to know, what were they wearing? What restaurant did you go to? What positions were you in? And I can tell you, you go down that road, first of all, his brain might turn off and you'll get less information, but also you're going to be triggered for years with those things. So please really be careful about that. Those might be conversations to have, but in the first time, you want to know, does he want to even stop cheating or does he want to continue to keep cheating? Okay. Now, do not take blame for his choice. Now, if he has an addiction, he might get really defensive. Okay. He might blame you. We're not having enough sex. You gained weight. Please don't take that one. There is no weight that causes a man to cheat on a wife. Okay, cheating is a 100% responsibility of the person who cheats. It is not yours. Do not accept it. Don't go down that road. Say, we're not talking about me. If you want to talk about a relationship, that's fine. That doesn't justify you having sex with someone else. I also want to talk about, just for a minute, STDs. There's lots of them out there. You might have been at risk. So get yourself tested. Ask him to get tested again. If he's willing to do that, that's good that he's willing to protect you. You need to protect you as well. So please get your STD test among the other stuff we've talked about. Now, also, don't accept promises. If he starts promising, I'll stop, I'll never call her again, I'll never do it again, I promise you. Okay, that is a fine start of a conversation, but it is not a solution. When men want a solution, they always have a plan. So if promising you is the only thing he's got, that means there's no plan. So let me tell you what a plan might include. What man will he tell that this behavior is going on? Because if he's unwilling to be accountable to a man, he might be unwilling to change. How will he get help? Counseling. Does he need support groups? What books will he read? What books will he read to understand what's happened to you, like the Partner Betrayal Trauma book, which explains how much trauma he has put you in. Now, if he doesn't have any type of plan, and he might not within the first moments you tell him that you caught him cheating, give him 72 hours. Say, come up with a plan. If you can have enough time to be with her, you can Google how to get over an affair, how to help your wife get over her affair. Come up with a plan, find the best therapist in town, or call us at Heart to Heart Counseling Center. We deal with this all the time, okay? And you also want to ask if he wants to take a polygraph to verify he's telling you the truth. Now, that might sound extreme to you, but people who cheat often lie. And some people will only tell you what you caught them at, not the whole big thing. You might have caught him at an affair, but there might be lots of prostitutes in your history. You might be strip clubs. There might be other affairs. There might be lots of stuff going on. It might have started in the early part of your marriage or in the last year or two. So oftentimes ladies want to know, when did it start? When did it stop? Who did it, how many people did it involve? Okay, getting into names might be really tricky on this first meeting, so be careful. You might want to get the basic information so you know what you're dealing with. But if he's not willing to take a polygraph, you know one thing. What he's protecting is more important than what you're asking. You're asking for honesty, and that's a valid thing to ask for when you've been betrayed. Okay, he might want to do that polygraph periodically to make sure he's not communicating with her, not emailing her, not lying to you again, because he has a secret world. The polygraph kills the secret world. We do intensives here in Colorado Springs, and I can tell you half of the guys, even knowing they're taking a polygraph, lie. So ask for that right up front, because it'll tell you what he wants to protect. If he's willing to do a polygraph, you probably want to consult a professional to make sure you get the kinds of questions you need. That can be really helpful for you to be successful in this process. Now, regardless of how he reacts, whether it's defiantly, anger, contriteness, you will be in pain. I strongly encourage you check out partnerbetrayaltrauma.org. There's lots of information there. We have Facebook groups for women who've experienced infidelity or have husbands who are sexually addicted or maybe partners who are sexually addicted. We have phone groups. We have intensives for you, for him, for both of you if you want to work on your relationship. Now, I do want to tell you this. I've been doing this for over 30 years, working with men who've cheated and women who've cheated. And I've seen marriages restore, but it's going to take both to heal. So take your path seriously as well. Make sure you get support, maybe some counseling. You want to do intensive. Please take your pain seriously. I know it's all about all this stuff going on, but you're in pain. So take that seriously. Now, if you've not subscribed yet, please click the little button, do that, because we have lots of information coming out. We've already created lots of content for you and for him if he wants to get better. Now, if you have any questions, please, I want you to ask those questions, put them in the little box below here. I'll get back to you as soon as physically possible. But I want you to clearly hear my heart to you. You are not to blame. It is not about you. You are in pain. He's responsible for a plan for him. You're responsible for a plan for you. and there's always hope for you.